Few names echo through history with the power and notoriety of Genghis Khan. Born Temüjin, this Mongol warlord rose from humble beginnings to conquer a vast empire, stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe. His story is one of relentless ambition, brutal warfare, and surprisingly, a legacy of cultural exchange and relative peace. To understand Genghis Khan is to understand the forces that shape the modern world. His empire, though short-lived, left an indelible mark on trade, communication, and the very map of Eurasia. Genghis Khan's story begins in the harsh, unforgiving landscape of 12th century Mongolia. The vast steppes, with their extreme weather conditions, shaped the lives of those who lived there. The nomadic tribes were constantly on the move, seeking better pastures and resources, and this relentless quest for survival defined their existence. Born into a world of nomadic tribes and constant warfare, his early life was marked by tragedy and hardship. The Mongolian steppes were a battleground where only the strongest could thrive. Temüjin, who would later be known as Genghis Khan, faced these challenges head-on from a very young age. His father, a minor chieftain, was poisoned by a rival clan when Temüjin was just a boy. This act of treachery left a deep scar on him, shaping his views on loyalty and betrayal. The loss of his father thrust young Temüjin into a world of uncertainty and danger. This left young Temüjin and his family to fend for themselves, struggling to survive on the fringes of Mongol society. They faced starvation, the harsh winters, and the constant threat of attack from rival tribes. Yet these adversities only strengthened Temüjin's resolve.
Even in these early trials, Temüjin displayed the cunning, resilience, and charisma that would later characterize his rule. He learned to navigate the complex web of tribal alliances and enmities, always staying one step ahead of his enemies. His ability to inspire loyalty and command respect was evident even in his youth. He learned the art of survival in a brutal world, mastering horsemanship, archery, and the delicate dance of tribal politics. These skills were not just for survival, but were essential for leadership in the Mongolian steppes. Temüjin's prowess in battle and his strategic mind set him apart from his peers.
These formative experiences forged within him an iron will. The relentless challenges he faced honed his leadership qualities and instilled in him a vision for a united Mongol nation, and a burning desire to unite the fractured Mongol tribes under his banner. This dream of unification would drive him to achieve what many thought impossible, laying the foundations for one of the greatest empires in history. By his early 20s, Temüjin began to make a name for himself. He skillfully navigated the treacherous world of Mongol alliances, earning a reputation for his bravery, fairness, and unwavering determination. He formed strategic partnerships, leveraging his growing influence to mend old rivalries and unite the disparate Mongol clans.
His vision was clear: to end the infighting that had plagued the steppes for generations and forge a single, powerful Mongol nation. Through a combination of diplomacy, strategic marriages, and yes, ruthless military action, he achieved his goal.
By 1206, Temüjin had united the Mongol tribes, and in a grand assembly known as the Kurultai, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan, the Oceanic ruler, a title reflecting the boundless ambition that burned within him. The Mongol army, often referred to as the Horde, was a force unlike any the world had seen before. Genghis Khan's military genius lay in his ability to transform a loose confederation of nomadic warriors into a disciplined and devastatingly effective fighting machine. He understood the importance of speed, mobility, and surprise.
His soldiers, masters of horseback riding and archery, could cover vast distances with astonishing speed, appearing seemingly out of nowhere to overwhelm their enemies. Genghis Khan also embraced innovation, incorporating gunpowder weapons and advanced siege tactics into his arsenal.
He instilled in his army a strict code of discipline and loyalty, ensuring that his orders were followed swiftly and without question. A world conquered from the Pacific to Eastern Europe. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of Genghis Khan, became one of the largest contiguous empires in history, stretching across vast and diverse landscapes. With the Mongol tribes united and his formidable army behind him, Genghis Khan embarked on a series of relentless military campaigns that would forever alter the course of history and redraw the map of Eurasia. His vision was not just of conquest, but of unification and control over the Silk Road, ensuring the flow of trade and culture. He first turned his attention southward to the Jin dynasty of northern China. The Great Wall, a symbol of Chinese strength and resilience, was no match for the Mongol ingenuity and ferocity. In 1215, after a series of strategic assaults, the Mongol forces breached the Great Wall and captured the Jin capital of Zhongdu, which is modern-day Beijing. This victory was a significant milestone, showcasing the might of the Mongol army and their tactical prowess. With northern China under his control, Genghis Khan then turned his gaze westward. His next target was the Khwarezmian Empire, a vast and prosperous region that spanned modern-day Iran and Central Asia. The Khwarezmian Empire, though powerful, was unprepared for the sheer brutality and speed of the Mongol onslaught. The Mongol army, known for their exceptional horse riding skills and innovative battle strategies, unleashed their full fury on the Khwarezmian forces. The conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire was brutal and swift. By 1221, the Mongol forces had decimated the Khwarezmian defenses, bringing unimaginable riches and vast territories under Genghis Khan's control. The ruins in Iran and Central Asia stand as silent witnesses to the ferocity of the Mongol invasions. The treasures and artifacts from the Khwarezmian Empire, now scattered across museums, tell tales of a once great civilization brought to its knees. By the time of his death in 1227, Genghis Khan had forged an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean in the east to the Caspian Sea in the west. This vast empire encompassed diverse regions, including China, Central Asia, Persia, and Russia. The legacy of the Mongol Empire is still evident today in the cultural and historical imprints left across these lands. The Mongol conquests not only reshaped the political landscape, but also facilitated the exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultures across Eurasia, leaving an indelible mark on world history. Pax Mongolica, the unexpected peace of conquest. Ironically, Genghis Khan's reign of conquest ushered in a period of relative peace and stability across much of Eurasia known as the Pax Mongolica, or Mongol Peace.
While undeniably brutal in his conquests, Genghis Khan was a surprisingly pragmatic ruler. He understood that a stable and prosperous empire was in his best interests.
He implemented policies that promoted trade and cultural exchange, establishing a system of relay stations and yam, or postal service, routes that spanned his vast domain. Under his rule, merchants and travelers, regardless of their ethnicity or religion, were granted safe passage across the empire, leading to an unprecedented flow of goods, ideas, and technologies between East and West. A legacy of blood and iron judging the Khan. Genghis Khan's legacy is a complex and often contradictory one. His name evokes images of both unparalleled military prowess and devastating destruction.
He is remembered as a brilliant military strategist, a ruthless conqueror responsible for the deaths of millions, and a pragmatic ruler who fostered peace and prosperity within his empire. His military campaigns reshaped the world map, creating one of the largest contiguous empires in history. Yet his methods were often brutal, leaving a trail of bloodshed and terror in their wake. Historians continue to grapple with the complexities of his reign, debating the extent to which his conquests were driven by ambition, pragmatism, or desire to bring order to a chaotic world. Some scholars argue that his actions were a necessary evil to unify the fractured tribes of Mongolia and beyond, while others see him as a figure of unrelenting ambition and cruelty.
Some argue that his brutal tactics were a product of his time, no more or less cruel than those of other empire builders throughout history. Comparisons are often drawn between Genghis Khan and other historical figures like Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar, who also used ruthless methods to achieve their goals. Others point to the cultural and technological advancements that occurred under his rule, arguing that his conquest ultimately paved the way for a more interconnected and prosperous world. The establishment of the Silk Road under his empire facilitated trade and cultural exchange between the East and West, leading to significant advancements in technology, science, and art. His legal code, the Yasa, introduced a level of order and discipline that was unprecedented at the time, influencing the governance of future empires. The Eternal Khan Genghis Khan in modern Mongolia. In his homeland of Mongolia, Genghis Khan is revered as a national hero and the father of the nation.
He is credited with uniting the Mongol people, establishing the foundation for Mongol culture and identity, and bringing their story to the world stage. His image adorns banknotes, statues, and public buildings throughout the country, a testament to his enduring legacy.
While acknowledging the complexities of his reign, Mongolians view Genghis Khan as a symbol of their nation's strength, resilience, and historical significance. The conqueror's shadow, Genghis Khan, and the world today. Centuries after his death, Genghis Khan's impact on the world is still felt. His empire, though short-lived, left an indelible mark on the political landscape of Eurasia, contributing to the decline of old powers and the rise of new ones. The Pax Mongolica facilitated the exchange of goods, technologies, and ideas across vast distances, influencing everything from cartography to gunpowder warfare to the spread of the bubonic plague. Even today, his name evokes a sense of awe and terror, a testament to the power of his legend and the enduring impact of his conquests on the course of human history.